Hello everyone, you are welcome back again to my YouTube channel, and I greet you all according to the time you are watching this video. So there is a recent update as per Ircc. So if you are planning to move to Canada, there is an update on the proof of funds you need, and this depends on your family size. So what I have here is Canada Express Entry Funds requirements effective July 28th. So if you already had your proof of funds, it's time for you to update it so that your application would not be deemed ineligible. This update came in on the 7th of July, and it stated that the amount of money foreign nationals need to immigrate to Canada has now increased. So those applying for PR, that is permanent residency, under two express entry programs, we now require at least $500 more in funds. Actually, it's not a new thing. They do this yearly, but the amount they add is what we cannot really determine. But for this year, $500 at least was added. So for a family of one, the minimum amount of funds required has increased from $14,690 to $15,263. So these changes aligns with the Canadian annual adjustment based on 50% of the low income cutoff LICO totals, and is required for the express entry pools, everything about express entry. So what this means again is that you have to be fast in your application. So if you are still saying, oh, let me wait, just know that yearly all these things change. They change because it's only change that is constant. Okay, so not even as per proof of funds alone, immigration matters is not usually fixed. You can be hearing this year, and the following year is a different thing. However, some persons don't require proof of funds for their applications. So for example, if you are applying under the Canadian experience class, you don't need proof of fund. And if you are authorized to work in Canada and you have a valid job offer, even if they apply under FSWP, that's Federal Skill Worker Program, or FSTP, Federal Skill Trade Program, you do not require proof of funds. So if I were you, I would be looking for a way to go through that route. Yeah. So that being said, it is expected that you keep your funds up to date in your express entry profile. Also, you need to convince the visa officer that you don't require proof of funds. And how do you do this? By adding a letter. That is, you need to support your application with a letter stating that you have been invited under the CEC, or you have a job offer and you have authorization to work in Canada. The next question is, what is accepted as proof of funds? Applicants can show official letters from any bank or financial institution. So this letter must contain the following details. However, there are also other ways you can prove your proof of funds, but this is the one on Ircc website. First, the letters must be printed on the financial institution's letter-headed paper and should contain contact information such as address, telephone number, email address, the applicant's name. So if you have outstanding debts, you need to include it, then details, account numbers, date each account was opened, current account balances, average balance over the past 6 months. Applicants also need to have access to these funds when they apply for PR and when they are issued as PR visa. They must also be able to prove that they can legally access the money in that account when they arrive. For example, the following do not count as proof of funds: if you have real estate assets or equity and money borrowed from a friend. So those ones don't count as proof of fund. However, money listed in a joint account with a spouse can be counted as proof of funds. Money listed under a spouse's name only may count if applicant can prove that they have access to that money. Here is how much money you need to immigrate to Canada through the FSWP or FSTP as of June 7, 2025. And this will take effect, like I said before, on the 28th of July. Thanks so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. Bye.